Crypto Takeover here, coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all. Bitcoin making a nice little run in between a few certain areas. We're going to take a look at the charts, see what it might be telling us. If that sounds interesting, please stick around, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be notified every single video that we make. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so on the Crypto Takeover channel, we use a couple of different indicators. We use the paid for indicator market cipher by CryptoFace, alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase and the market guide by Incel Signals. So we're going to be diving on into the charts here, see what might be happening for the day. And let's go ahead and start on the 15-minute time frame here. We can currently see that we're still kind of dipping below a few trend lines where we got a little bit of a sell-off here. And now we're just starting to kind of move sideways. It does look like the bulls are in control as of right now, with them currently, with the price chart currently sitting above our VWAP as of right now. VWAP sitting right at about 9,500. So we could definitely see a retest maybe in the lower area of the 9,500s area. And then our pivot low right now, which where we did touch as of last night, was right at about 9,400. And then our swing high is right at about 9,600. So definitely looking into some key areas here where we can kind of see maybe some consolidation as of right now with our Cypher SR. And then let's go on into our 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, it looks like we're holding support here above some trend lines that have been drawn out. And not much else to say, that we are looking a little bit bullish still here with an extended bull count that does look like it is just now starting an aggressive 13 to the upside here with the TI sequential. As far as our money flow is concerned on Cypher B, it does look like it is kind of rounding off just a tad bit. Momentum wave on Cypher B as well is also kind of looking like it's ready to maybe give us a red dot relatively soon. So let's go on into our 45-minute time frame, see what might be happening here. 45-minute time frame, money flow is still kind of moving sideways as of right now. We are maybe indicating that we might be ready to also put in a red dot with our VWAP kind of clipping down here on Cypher B as well. And then not too much to say here. It does look like we are having some pretty big price wicks, possibly back and forth as of right now on some of these smaller time frames. So let's move on into our one hour chart and see what's happening here. 1 hour chart, money flow just kind of staying consistent as of right now, ever since our nice little run up all the way up to the 96.90 area. It does look like we have had a little bit of money coming into this market here to make that price movement happen. But as we start to get on to these higher time frames, we'll really notice that it's not a substantial amount of volume just yet to send us past probably 10K. But we're looking to maybe make the move if at all possible. But I'm not giving my hopes up just yet. And I'm not saying that we're going to 100K or anything by tomorrow. So let's go on into our 90-minute time frame, see what's happening here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on some our Aldo EMAs and turn off Cypher SR as well here. So looking at the 90-minute, let's see what we can tell here. 90-minute chart does look like we are getting a few little purple triangles to possibly send us down a little bit lower as of right now. No trend lines in sight necessarily, but we could definitely indicate that some trend lines might be drawn out a little bit later on the chart. And then let's see here. We're starting to just see a nice expansion with our EMAs for the most part after all this consolidation down here. A nice little substantial amount of price action to expand these EMAs. So it's going to take a little while for maybe any retracement, but definitely looking like maybe a sideways action could be occurring probably for the rest of Friday. And then we'll have to see what the higher time frames might be telling us for this weekend too. Looking at our 2 hour time frame, money flow is still looking relatively good. It does look like we are getting a green dot here on the 2 hour. So I'm looking for maybe a little bit more sideways action between maybe the 9600 area or so. But we did bounce off of this trend line down here pretty nicely. So this yellow trend line that we'll start to zoom out with here in a little bit and see exactly where that traces back to as well. I did want to let you know that the cryptocurrency course is available. So Path to Cryptocurrency, which is mostly for beginners. But if you are an intermediate person inside of the space, I also talk about different websites that I use on a regular basis to get a little bit more analytical uses. And then also just how to store your crypto safely, things to be aware of, how to not get scammed in the place, how to not get scammed inside of the space. So you can come here, check out the first link in the description box below. I talk about a lot of the videos that I already have uploaded, and then some of them I'm still waiting to upload a little bit later. But if you're interested, come over here. It's at a discounted price right now too. So just kind of testing the waters to see how this one does. And then maybe later on we'll create a trading course. But for right now, this is just kind of for beginners, brand new people into the space. If you are interested in picking it up, check that first link in the description box below. And then also don't forget we have our Patreon private trading group page, which is available. So if you'd like to join us on that private trading group page, check out the first link in the description, or second link in the description box below. You can come join us over there. We have a relatively smaller group, but it's a good group, and we keep each other very engaged in communication and chat as well too, to make sure that we can play these markets to the best of our ability. So come over and join us in the Patreon page if you're interested. I give daily updates and daily analysis every single day, as well as some very noticeable and interesting Patreon posts too as well. I go over different charts inside of the Patreon page, charts such as gold and silver, Tesla, and some other altcoin charts that I don't really talk about here on the YouTube page. So if you're interested in getting all those private videos, come over there, check out the Patreon page as well. And then we also have Crypto Takeover membership page on YouTube. It is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page, so if you're interested, come over there, join us in the membership page on YouTube. It is available, and it is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page, but you don't get access to the trading group or anything like that. And then we're also on our way to 3,000 subs, so everyone, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Hit the thumbs up button on this video so that way we can get closer to that 3,000 sub mark. And once we hit the 3,000 sub mark, I'll be doing a $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins. And in order to qualify for that giveaway, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So I believe it's the third or fourth link in the description box. You can go ahead and come over here. It's free to sign up for. Just make sure that you have a valid email and a valid Discord username. And if you do win, then I will reach out to you and get all the information from you then. So feel free to check that out and help us push this video out so that way we can get to that 3,000 subs pretty soon. And other than that, let's keep on going into these higher time frames, see what they might be telling us. Let's move into our 4 hour. Our 4 hour does look like we had a nice clean break here on our 4 hour with our symmetrical wedge that was forming here. And that break has been very relatively nice movement to the upside here. So let's just see from here how much of a breakout we've had. It's about a 4% breakout. So far so good with this breakout. It's looking nice, but we still have quite a bit of major resistance up here right at about 10K. So whether or not Bitcoin's ready to move all the way back up there, that's yet to be determined. It does look like we had a topping out 9 here to maybe move us a little bit sideways as of right now. Money flow still looking relatively healthy. It looks like we may be putting in a green dot here pretty soon to kind of stay up in this positive area for this blue momentum wave. So if we start to see it kind of round off a little bit more, then we can maybe expect a little bit more of a sell-off. Riding up on our 13 EMA very nicely as of right now. Looks like we are holding support above that 13 EMA. So that's also a pretty bullish sign for us. And then our 6 hour also giving us a clean break on our 2 trend lines here that you can see. And then also very nicely riding above the 13 EMA here too as well. I would say keep an eye on the 4 hour, keep an eye on the EMAs. If we're really bullish, we'll hold support above this EMA here, and we'll continue to go up to the upside. But as of right now, we're still kind of in a waiting game to see what's going to happen here or not. These are price ranges that we've been ranging over the past 3 to 4 months now. It's I don't even know how long have we been over here in this range. Since May. And so, we're really just kind of waiting for something different to happen, whether it's a sell-off or whether it's a pump back up, past 10K. That would be very interesting to see what would happen. If we do get some retracement, we could be going back into the 7K area. And I have no doubt that could be a possibility too as well. So we're just going to have to wait and kind of see how this wants to play out for us. Let's move on into the 8-hour time frame, see what might be happening here. 8-hour time frame, currently getting an extended bull count right here on the 8-hour that I can notice right now. And then I won't turn on those just yet. But yeah, it does look like we are still seeing some bullish action here. Our blue momentum wave is also maybe in a little bit of a rounding top area, but then our money flow is still sitting relatively nicely, so we could still just be ranging up here like we were on our 6-hour as well too. Going on into our 12-hour, let's see what's happening here. 12-hour red dot, so that's something to take note of there as well. Maybe not so well, maybe that will just kind of continue to trend out sideways. That's kind of what I'm assuming, is that Bitcoin, we have to, these breaks sometimes are just like very hard to time, but they happen, and we could just be doing another one of these little zigzag patterns to continue to sell off, maybe come back down and retest this trend line as support. That's right at about 9,300. So if we do have the 9,300 sell off, then we'll start to move back down a little bit lower. So going on into our 21-hour, let's see what's happening here. 21-hour looks like we're getting ready for a red dot there as well on the 21-hour. So something to take note of moving forward. Going on into our 1 day, let's see what's happening here. 1 day chart, this is something that I do want to keep an eye on. It does look like we are having a little bit of resistance above head. And this trend line resistance is right at about 96.70. So we could definitely indicate that 96.70 is a key area that we need to break through. And it might take a little while for us. So it does look like when we've tried to break through that area, that it's just been wicks and we've gotten rejected quite heavily on the daily time frame. So something to take note of is that we haven't been able to really stick above this key area of resistance. So we could just be trending out sideways here in between our yellow and then our green here. So I'll keep an eye on our daily. That's going to be definitely a key time frame to keep moving forward and to keep a close watch on too as well. Guys, if y'all are interested in joining the Telegram channel, it is available. You can stay up to date with everything that we have going on the Crypto Takeover announcements page, which is on Telegram. So check out the links in the description box if you're interested in that. And then also we have our Discord server that is available to the public. If you do want to join us in Discord, you just want to make sure that you abide by the community rules and guidelines. And so once you join the page, you'll be brought to a welcome page. Just click the green checkbox once you join, and you'll have access to the Discord server. So let's go back over here. And then to let y'all know, we do use the premium plan on this channel. If y'all are interested in upgrading, feel free to check out the links in the description box. If you are using MarketCypher, I would at least recommend that you have the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. And then with that, you can add a few more indicators on your screen, such as the Aldo EMAs and the custom buy and sells signal too, which are both custom signals. I teach you how to set them up inside of the Patreon page. Just do a quick search and you'll be brought to a couple of those videos that tell you how I set up my charts. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And then also 3 Commas is a trading bot platform that you can sign up for if you'd like. So feel free to check out 3 Commas if you're interested. Links in the description box below. And then also if you're wanting to buy a cold storage device, make sure that your crypto is safe, be sure to check out Ledger. All these links are in the description box below. We use Bybit mostly to leverage trade, but there are a few other websites such as PrimeXBT and then also Fimex. You can also check out if you're interested in leverage trading. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about how to earn some passive income, the Brave browser is a great browser to start using and start collecting BAT token by just clicking on ads. So links in the description box for that. And then CryptoTab browser is basically an easy browser to download and to start mining Bitcoin straight from your computer. So super cool stuff. Feel free to check it all out. Links in the description box below. But let's jump back into the charts here really quick. So looking at our daily, It does look like we could be getting a red dot pretty soon as well, but we are kind of making a nice substantial newer higher high with our daily time frame here too. So you know, the fact that we are getting a red dot, we need to probably anticipate maybe more consolidation out into this to this wedge pattern here. That's kind of what I'm going to wait for, and that's where I see things going here for right now, is just kind of sideways until we decide to get another break from one direction to the other. You know, here on our 2-day, it looks like we're seeing another, downside movement to the 13 to the downside, but then we're also trying to finish out a extended bull count too as well. So a few different conflicting patterns as of right now, but you know, we've been trending sideways pretty much all the way since May, and in between these key ranges here. So you know, this is obviously forming a bigger triangle like we've seen on our daily, and we're just going to have to wait to see how this wants to play out in the near term future. So we are getting a green dot here. Money flow is looking pretty good and healthy here on the 2-day as well. Let's go on into our 3-day time frame. 3-day time frame, money flow rounding off, but we are getting a nice little push with the green dot here to the upside on the 3-day. And I think a few of these other higher time frames were also giving us some more bullish signals as well with some green dots. So we can definitely take that into consideration. We did have a buy signal all the way on our daily, I believe, but no buy signal on our 2-day just yet. So I'll be keeping an eye on that to see how much more bullishness we will have in the near term future. And I'll be keeping my Patreon members up to date. Hopefully I can get some videos out this weekend. I'd like to be a little bit more consistent here on YouTube, since you know, we just got done working on the path to cryptocurrency course, and then now we have a little bit more time. But obviously I'm keeping my Patreon members up to date as best as possible, and keeping them more in the loop on things if I'm not posting on YouTube, right? So our 4-day chart is also looking like you know, we're finding support again above our 13 EMA, and that's pretty good news for us here. So we are getting a green dot here as well on our 4-day, so it does look like we could be starting to move back to the upside here on the 4-day, possibly with a nice little green dot. And then our 5-day, money flow is also moving up, and then we are getting a green dot there on the 5-day as well too. So very, very interesting stuff from here on out. You know, our 6-day, also getting a green dot, and then our weekly possibly also getting a green dot. So very bullish signs as of right now, but we need to be very cautious, and I would keep an eye on my daily time frame just to note that let's see what our 2 weeks telling us. 2 weeks telling us that we're maybe getting a red dot pretty soon. Money flow is still sitting into that downside. So you know, I'm definitely wanting to probably see more consolidation out to the side. If we get this trend line break here, I would say that that's pretty bullish. We need to probably close above this trend line, and then we can probably consider getting past 10K and 10.5K. But right now, it does look like we still have some resistance above us overhead, and if we break it, well, you know, on to moon, right? But if we probably sit below this and we continue to consolidate out, and then if we get a break to the downside, that's going to be something to take note of for sure. So our weekly is still giving us a sell signal as of right now, but you know, we'll just remain cautious and see what's going to happen here. So you know, we've still had quite a few sell-offs after our weekly sell signal that has gone off. So it's kind of interesting just to see that we haven't quite gotten a major dip. We did get this sell signal that kind of still sent us on our bull run. I mean, that was while we were parabolic. So I wouldn't say that we're in that same area just yet, but you know, if we do have a nice little push up here to get us past 10K, well, then that's probably more than likely going to be the start of the parabolic moves that will occur at the end of this year, maybe. So we'll have to see exactly how this wants to play out. But right now, I'm still staying frosty, and I encourage y'all to stay frosty out there as well too, to make sure that y'all don't get disappointed if there is a sell-off, right? But yeah, other than that, thanks for coming back around to the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Crypto Takeover signing off. Peace.